Hi friends, my name's Sophie and welcome to your practice. This is a special class today. It's a yoga class that doesn't involve any weight bearing on the feet. So if you happen to have a foot injury or you just don't feel like using your feet today, then this is the perfect class for you. All you need is one block. If you don't have one, no worries. We're just going to use it for something at the end and you can always skip that thing. We're going to start in tabletop. So come onto the hands and knees. And take a moment to get situated. And then begin to bring some movement into your body. You can go through some cat-cows. You can wiggle your hips side to side. What feels good for you? And if you're not sure what to do, move through your cat-cows. So you're arching your back and dipping your pelvis. And as you exhale, you're rounding your spine and bringing your chin towards your chest. And take a few breaths, moving in that way. Eventually, we'll come back into a neutral spine. And then take your left arm straight out in front of you and your right leg straight back. So opposite arm, opposite leg for bird dog. See if you can extend a little bit further. Inhale. Exhale, bring your knee and elbow together and squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, squeeze it in so you're engaging your core. Inhale, extend. Core is still engaged even when you're extending. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, extend, stay here. Put your left hand down on the ground, keep your right leg lifted. And turn your right toes out to the right and take your leg all the way to the right. Come up onto your right fingertips as you do this. Keep your left arm straight. Take your right leg straight back behind you. And then again, bring it out to the right. So we're kind of going back and forth like that. Straight back behind. Out to the right. Let's go one more time. A lot of glute activation here. Out to the right. Bring it straight back behind you. Take your left toes and kickstand them out to the left and open up to the right. So you're in a modified side plank. Your right leg is still lifted, and I know it's hard. It's still using a lot of strength here to keep it up. Can you keep the leg straight? And you're welcome to stay, or if you are able, you can bend the knee and grab onto your foot. And kick the foot into the hand and maybe take a back bend. Bring some space into the chest, into the front of the shoulders, and draw your shoulder blades, which are on your back, towards each other. Re-extend your right leg and reach your right arm up. Come back into tabletop with your right leg lifted, so the way we started. And then set your right knee down on the ground. Let's take a moment to breathe before we switch sides. So take an inhale. Exhale. Let's go. On your inhale, extend your right arm forward and your left leg back. Keep breathing and find that extension. Draw your low ribs in. Draw your left shoulder back. Make sure your neck is long so you're looking down. Inhale. Exhale, bring your knee and elbow together. Squeeze and engage your core. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, squeeze. We're doing one more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, extend. Keep your left leg lifted. Put your right hand down. Good. Now come up onto your left fingertips and take your left leg all the way out to the left. And then swing it back behind you. So your left toes are turning out to the left. Again, bring it out to the left. Hold. Just keep your right arm straight. Don't dump on the right side. And swing it back. Bring it out. And back. And we just have one more. Stay with me. Bring it back, hold. Kickstand your right foot out to the right, so you just bring it to the right a little, and then lift your left arm up. So now you're facing the left side of the mat. The left leg is still lifted. Maybe lift it a little higher. And you can stay here, or maybe you bend the knee and grab onto your foot and kick your foot into your hand. Squeeze those shoulder blades back towards each other. Kick with your left thigh back. A lot of opening here. And then re-extend. Inhale. Exhale, table with your left leg still lifted. Straighten the leg. Even out your hips. And then set your knee down on the ground. We're going to make our way into puppy pose. So you'll walk your hands forward and bring your forehead to the ground. And once you feel comfortable, maybe go a little further. If you're really feeling it, you could put your chin on the ground or even your chest, depending on your body in this moment. From here, let's walk the hands or slide the hands back up into table and take a cat pose to counter stretch. So round your spine. And come back to neutral. All right. Now we're going to lower down onto the belly. So what we'll do is we'll slide the knees back and lift the feet up. So you're in a modified, so first start in a modified plank. Then we're going to lower down. So let's take 10 seconds to come down to the ground, okay? Your elbows stay close to your ribs, and we lower down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take your elbows out in front of you, your arms out in front of you for Sphinx pose. Spread your fingers, and draw your shoulders back. Press down through the tops of your feet so your legs are active. And you can stay, or you can bend your right knee, slide your right foot knee back a little bit once you bend it, and grab onto the inside of the foot. Pull the leg towards you. Make sure then you don't start to fall and dump into your left shoulder. Can you lift? Broad, open chest, confident, aligned. For 3, 2, on 1, release your foot, bring both forearms back down. Bend your left knee, scoot your left hip back and knee back. Grab onto the inside of the left foot. Same thing. For 3, 2, 1, release your foot, come back down onto your forearms. You can stay, or you can lift your elbows up, maybe walk the hands a little further forward if it's more comfortable. Seal pose. And again, can you draw those shoulders down and back? Inhale. Exhale, lower all the way down. Plant your hands. And we're going to actually take your arms wide. And now I want you to roll over onto your right side. Now, I'm not laying all the way down because then my microphone will get muffled, but I want you to lower your head to the ground. And then bend your left knee. Your right arm is out to a T, and then roll over your right shoulder. Set your left toes behind you. You can stay, or you could lift your left arm up and come into a half bind. Try to relax the face. And breathe in and out of your nose. If it helps with focus, you can count your breath in for 4, out for 4. Or if you like to do a longer exhale, maybe out for 6 or 7. Let's lift the left arm back up if it's bound, and then bring the left hand down. Come back onto your belly, and we're going to switch sides. So left arm out, bend your right knee, roll over the left shoulder. Make sure that when you do that, the left arm doesn't start to go down at an angle. Try to keep it straight out to the left. Right foot behind you, option to take your right arm up and go into a half bind. Remember your breath count if you had it. Relax your head. If your arm is behind, reach it back up and bring it back down. And come back down onto your belly. And then plant your hands and press up into table. Good. We're going to come into a seat now. So I want you to do that however you're able. Now, obviously, I don't know your situation with your foot or your feet. So come into a position that you can sit. I'm going to come into Virasana. I'm going to sit on a block too. So if you have a block, that'll give you some better ability to sit like this. If you have a big boot or something in the way, you might sit cross-legged. And even sitting cross-legged on a block can be helpful. We're going to do some neck stretching. So once you're there, bring your chin down to your chest and tilt your head to the right. Just let go of any tension that has built up in the neck. Maybe with whatever you're dealing with right now in your body has been stressful, and that stress has been building up in the body. And that's totally normal and totally okay. And by doing yoga, you're doing the right thing on the pathway towards healing. Bring your chin down to your chest and pause there. And then tilt your head to the left. Notice if one side feels different than the other. Slow breaths. Bring your chin back down to your chest. And bring your head up and reach your arms up. Bend your left elbow. Grab onto the left elbow with your right hand. And just let your left hand pat the upper back like you're giving yourself a pat on the back and some love. Draw your ribs in. See if you can free up your neck a little bit by lifting the chin. And then maybe you side bend if you feel okay here. And we'll come back to center. Reach both arms up. Then bend your right elbow. Grab onto the right elbow with your left hand. Pat yourself on the back. Notice if you're popping your ribs forward a lot, can you bring them back in? And side bend. So you're side bending to the left. And come back up to center. Reach your arms up. Cactus your arms. So make a goalpost shape with your arms. And then bring your fingertips behind your head and take a back bend. Open up. Reach your arms back up. Inhale. Exhale, release your arms. Good. Now take your arms out wide. We're going to take eagle arms. So bring the right arm underneath the left arm. And if that's not happening, just grab onto your elbows. Alternatively, you can grab one wrist in front of you, reach your shoulders forward, and take a little bit of a twist, like you're driving a car and turning the wheel. All of those variations will do the same job. Same thing. Relax the neck muscles on the sides and the front and the back. And take one more breath. And then unwind your arms. And take your left arm under your right arm, or you can grab onto the other wrist and pull it forward. Maybe you come back to the counting of the breath. And we're going to unwind the arms and release your arms down. Roll the shoulders back a few times. All right, let's come into a seat now. So you can come off of that block. And we're gonna bend the left knee in and take the right leg straight out. And then take your right forearm and bring it inside of your right leg. And rotate your chest up to the sky. Reach your left arm up and then over the ear for a side bend. Root down through both sitting bones. Flex your right foot. Take deep breaths. And then rise back up. Put your right hand down onto the ground. This is optional, and you can lift your hips up. If it's too much weight on your feet, then skip it. For 3, 2, 1, sit back down. Take your left leg out, bend your right knee, bring your right knee in. And then take your left forearm and bring it down inside of your left leg. Twist towards the right. Take your left arm, or your right arm up and over. Good, rise back up. Place your hand down, your right hand down behind you, and lift your hips. That's optional. For 3, 2, 1. We'll lower back down to the ground. Take your legs straight out in front of you. We're going to take a forward fold. So put a little bit of a bend in the knees. Reach your hands forward, grab onto the outer edges of the feet. Lengthen the spine and fold over your legs. Let your head relax. Let the rhythm of the breath be your guide. We'll take 2 more deep breaths here. Really enjoy it. Arrive into it. Slowly roll up. Now we're going to lay down onto the back. If you have your block, just bring it nearby so you can grab it. And come all the way down. And you'll bend your knees and have your knees pointing up to the sky. You're going to grab your block and you're going to gently lift your hips and slide the block underneath your hips. I like to do it on the middle height. There's 3 heights of the block, but you can choose. Maybe you do the lower. Release your arms and relax your hands. Now, if you don't have a block, you can just lift your hips for a regular bridge, or you can just have your hips on the ground, and you can windshield wiper your legs side to side, just like I'm doing here. So you can windshield wipe your legs on your block as well, and that might feel really good on the low back. And feel the weight of your head on the ground. And then you're going to bring the feet back to hip distance if they're not there already. Lift the hips, move the block out of the way. Slowly lower your hips to the ground and bring your feet together and your knees apart. Place your hands on your belly. think of all that your body has done for you, all that it can do, and the beautiful and magical abilities of your body to heal itself. Let's bring in a mantra. My body is capable of healing. My body is capable of healing. Gently bring the knees up and hug them in towards your chest. Rock a little side to side. Let the knees drop all the way to the left. Open your right arm to the right. Left hand can be placed on top of the right knee to anchor down. One more breath. Bring the knees back up. Drop them over to the right side. Left arm opens. Arrive in your twist. Again, muscles in the front of the neck, can you relax them? Relax the eyebrows and the forehead, the cheeks. Bring the knees back up. Give them another squeeze. And release your legs down for a brief Shavasana. So knowing that this Shavasana is only going to be a minute long, can you just really drop in? Close your eyes. My body is capable of healing itself. Begin to invite movement back into the fingers and toes. Start to stretch out the body, maybe arms overhead, toes point. When you're ready, begin to make your way up to a seat, however way you need to do so. And bring your palms together at your heart, and let's bow together in gratitude for this practice. Thank you for joining. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you made it all the way through. If you enjoyed the video, please comment and let me know. I'd love to hear from you. And if you're not subscribed, then please subscribe to my channel. There's plenty of movement classes on my channel, not just yoga, but also strength training and HIIT and cardio. So go check it out, and I can't wait to move with you next time. See you later.